Hi everyone. I'm filming this video in my car because this is just where it feels right. I've been meditating regularly for 6 months, and as most of you know, I do Dr. Joe Dispenza meditations, and they're long. They're an hour to an hour and a half long. They were working for me. I was starting to wake up like excited and happy every day. In the beginning of January, I started doing 2 meditations a day. I started working out again. I started cooking, which I've literally never cooked in my life. Like, I used to make crepes when I was 12 years old because that was my favorite food back then. But that's it. My stepdad is a chef, so he's always cooked for me, and I never knew how to cook anything. And my mom is Moroccan, so she used to always cook for me. Not anymore though. But she used to cook all the time, so I always had like all this yummy food available to me, and I never had to learn how to cook. The normal Salma is like very lazy. She lays around. She's like mostly sad. Learning something new is such a big obstacle, so just cooking didn't interest me. But I was doing my meditations. I started feeling like really good and motivated, and I started working out. I wanted to eat healthy, but eat things that were enjoyable, like not just like a bunch of vegetables on a plate and, some bland beans. I just started like looking on YouTube, because you can find everything on YouTube, and like find some fun recipes that were healthy with foods that I like that are also enjoyable. That was a pretty big deal for me because I've never done that in my life, or even had like the motivation or the encouragement to do that. But for some reason, I finally had the willpower. And then I woke up one day and I just felt this heaviness in my body, like this heavy presence. And it was just like, what the heck is going on? I've been doing these meditations for months. Like, I've been feeling great. Why did I wake up like this out of the blue? Like, no explanation. And I filmed a video 2 weeks ago and talked about it. And I got like a bunch of signs from the universe saying that I needed to surrender, and like what I need to know is gonna come to me and all that. So actually, after I filmed that video, my mom, like literally later that day, my mom got a fever and started feeling sick. So we scheduled a COVID test for her the next day, and she was positive. So then I realized, oh my God, this like heavy energy in my body is just like COVID, like the energy of COVID that I'm feeling, but I don't have any symptoms yet. And then like the day after, I got a fever, and then I lost my voice for a few days, and then I had like a sore throat, and then that went away, and then I had a cough, and then that went away, and then like I just had like a bunch of like phlegm and mucus, and that's still healing. And then like I had like a little bit of a burning sensation in my lungs, and then that's been on and off. So that's just what's been happening the last 2 weeks, and I got really sad, and it was depressing because obviously when you have COVID, you have to sit at home all day. And then I didn't feel like terrible, like it wasn't like I'm unable to do anything, but you don't want to give it to other people. So like, of course, you sit at home, and I didn't have a voice, so I didn't want to like film any videos with no voice. And then kind of just sitting there doing nothing made me feel worse. And then I was getting more upset because I was like finally cooking and eating healthy, and I was on this high, and then I hit this extreme low like out of the blue. And I like to kind of like find meaning in everything. When I first felt that energy, that like heaviness in my body, like I was feeling light for months. I was feeling good. So feeling that heaviness, I was just like, what is happening? I'm doing all of this work to keep this high vibration, and I'm even doing things that I never did before. Why do I feel this low? The universe delivered, and it said surrender, and started answering my questions. But then when I like actually was sick, I was like, okay, what is the point of this? Like, I don't understand. I thought I was on the right path. Like, I don't deserve to be experiencing this. Like, What are you trying to tell me? And then 2 days ago, I decided, okay, like, let me just like write in my journal and like see what comes to me. And then I wrote in there, and I had some realizations. And it was that the universe is trying to reveal to me what is holding me back from the person that I want to be. So yes, I was doing things that were right for me, but it also needed to reveal to me like where I stand in my own way and what's holding me back, and where I need to put more effort, and where I also need to step out of my comfort zone. And then seeing what I was told and having these revelations, then I got scared, because I was like, I'm not ready. I don't know how to do that. You want me to do this? Like, I don't know if I can do that. How do you know I'm ready? And then I had a day where I just like felt all this fear, and then I kind of had to like accept the situation and surrender to it, because obviously, okay, I know I'm not giving a lot of detail, so this can be confusing, but I'm like still coming to acceptance. So when I'm ready at some point, I'll share. But right now I'm not ready. It's not the time. I'm still kind of like processing this. But anyways, the universe wanted me to step out of my comfort zone. It was showing me like where I was holding myself back and where I needed to step it up. And sometimes that is scary. Like I was scared. Like when the universe is asking you to jump off the cliff, and you're like, well, I'm scared of heights, and like, when are you gonna catch me, and what's gonna happen? And it's like, jump off the cliff, okay? We don't have time to answer your questions. Jump off the cliff, okay? You know we are leading you to your highest timeline and everything that you want. But you need to trust, you need to surrender, and you need to jump off the cliff, okay? Don't let your fears hold you back, and just get going. Continue to sit in the seat of the creator. Don't take a step back and just blow in the wind like a leaf and just let whatever manifest for you. You have a goal, you have a mission, so let's do it. And I'm showing you what is in your way and what you need to do to receive what you want. And that was scary. So I had to come to acceptance with that. I had to come to acceptance that like, okay, I'm sick. I have to like sit here and lay here and think about all these things and really look at myself and what's holding me back. It's been tough. I was even supposed to be in Hawaii this week, but you can't like fly if you're COVID positive. You have to have negative COVID test results to even enter the state of Hawaii. So I had to postpone my trip to next week. So that was also like something that brought me down, because I was just like really excited to go there, see my boyfriend and my dad, and kind of just like escape my responsibilities and just be out on the beach, get tan, have my dad take care of me and my boyfriend take care of me, and just like, ignore all of the serious things in life. And the universe was like, you are not going anywhere until you accept your responsibilities, you see what's holding you back, and you step it up. So that's just what I've been processing. And the last 2 weeks has been hard, and I felt really sad, and I have not felt excited or motivated to get out of bed or do anything, because I just like crashed. So yesterday I had I did a meditation, and during the meditation I was told like I'm getting an upgrade, and that's why I feel like poo. And that's also why I'm sick. And I know Dr. Joe Dispenza, he talks about Dispenza, influenza, even at the retreat, like sometimes you feel like you're getting sick, or you get these like flu-like symptoms, and it's like energy moving through your body. And like right before this happened, I was meditating twice a day. So that's what I was told during the meditation. It's an upgrade. And it reminded me that when I first went to the retreat in June of 2021, we were pretty much told to keep traveling. So we ended up traveling for the whole month of June, doing our meditations every day, my friend and I, who also went to the retreat. And when we got home, I was still doing my meditations, but then like my life became really chaotic. And Dr. Joe Dispenza talks about this too. He's like, sometimes your life can kind of feel like it's spinning out of control because your reality is changing to match your vibration. So I'm back home and all these like crazy things are happening, and at first I was able to like hold my vibration and keep myself kind of like in this like steady positive state, and then everything got to be too much for me, and then I kind of had this like crash again and then became like really sad. And then of course I had a Hawaii trip planned and I went, and then it was so crazy, like everything came together in the most magical way beyond what I could even believe. You know, it was like it came together in the most unbelievable way. Okay, but like I was doing my meditations and then I felt like crap and then I got like sad and depressed and then I went to Hawaii and then like everything shifted and like the stuff that had happened had led to like this new reality. It was almost like a reality that was impossible to exist, and then it just like came to being. And I think that's what might be happening now, because during the meditation I was also like reminded of that time. So I'm trying to be more positive. I still like don't feel happy and light like I did for months. My camera died. I think the universe wanted me to just get to the point. The point of what I'm saying is that we are all human and we all have our ups and downs. And sometimes your downs come when you least expect it. And I think it's important to always stay conscious and aware so that you can see when this is happening and like help yourself come out of it faster and learn the lessons that you need to learn and see what you need to see so that you can just flow better and easier versus going down for a long time, because it can be really easy to get lost in your sadness and misery. I know that for sure. Just remember, it's all gonna be okay, and I don't know if you're going through a sad or difficult time right now, but it's just part of life, and the cycle and the universe is always gonna put things in your face that you need to see and that you need to remove that are not connected to love. So I think it's just a constant cycle of seeing yourself and realizing things and removing things until you're one with love one day. Well, I hope that was helpful for somebody out there. I think it was helpful for me as well, just making this video. Getting ready for somebody and making this video. Alright, I love you guys. See you next time.